Hello dear children, now we will continue with the further part of the lesson Bipin Chaudhary's Lapse of Memory from chapter 4. So till what we have finished yesterday. So after lunch break, Bipin Babu had the realization that he could not continue sitting on his desk and work like nothing had happened. This was something so unusual that he had not faced anything like it in his 25 years of association with the company. Okay, he was known for his hard work and diligence. Unlike always, he was unable to think clearly today. Okay, so this was the scenario that happened till yesterday. So now we will see the further part of the lesson. Back home at 2:30, Bipin Babu lay down in bed and tried to gather his wits together. He knew that it was possible to lose one's memory through an injury in the head, but he didn't know of a single instance of someone remembering everything except one particular incident, and fairly recent and significant one that at one. He had always wanted to go to Ranchi. To have gone there, done things, and not to remember was something utterly impossible. Here, wits means intelligence and utterly means absolutely. Okay. Try to gather his wits together means make an effort to become calm and think very clearly. Okay. So what he is thinking as he reached home by 2:30 in the afternoon, Bipin Babu lay down in his bed and made an attempt to become calm to be able to think clearly. He was well aware about the possibility of losing one's memory because of an injury in his head. Because of an injury in the head that might occur, but he had never heard a case where one does not remember just one particular incident. Means he has remembered all the things that happened in his life, but the trip to Ranchi is not getting to him. So this was his problem. It was more difficult for him to believe in it because the incident he had forgotten was quite recent and actually very significant, means very important one. As it had been mentioned earlier, he had always wanted to go to Ranchi and do stuff, so it makes it all the more difficult for him to believe that he could forget about something he had wanted to do for a long time. At 7:30, Bipin Babu's servant came and announced, "Chinni Babu, sir, says it's very important." Bipin Babu knew what Chunni had come for. Chunni Lal had been at school with him. He had been having a rough time lately and had been coming to see him about a job. Bipin Babu knew it was not possible to do anything for him and in fact told him so. But Chunni kept turning up like a bad penny. Okay, turning up like a bad penny means appearing at a place where one is not welcome. Okay, having a rough time means having lot of problems. So what the author is telling, it was about 7:30 in the evening when Bipin Babu's house help came to announce that Chinni Babu had come to see him and he says it's regarding something important. Okay, but Bipin Babu was well aware of what he had come for. They both went to school together and Chunni Lal had been going through a rough time. So he had come to ask for a help related to a job. Bipin Babu had already told him that it was difficult for him to help Chunilal with a job, but Chunilal did not stop turning up at his house. He has been compared to a bad penny to indicate, means he has been compared to a bad problems to indicate that he was not very welcomed by Bipin Babu. Okay, hope you are clear. Try to understand, children. Okay, Bipin Babu sent word that not only was it not sorry Bipin Babu sent word that not only was it not possible for him to see Chunni, but not for several weeks. But as soon as the servant stepped out of the room, it struck Bipin Babu that Chunni might remember something about the 58 trip. There was no harm in asking him, so he thought of it. So what the author is telling? In the light of current situation, Bipin Babu sent a message for Chunilal that it would not be possible to him now or for a few weeks for that matter. As the servant left the room to convey the message to Chunilal, Bipin Babu was hit with an idea. He thought there was no harm in asking Chunni about the Ranchi trip of 58. Okay. So what does he ask? We'll see next. Bipin Babu hurried down the stairs and into the living room. Chunni was about to leave, but seeing Bipin Babu appear, he turned round hopefully. Bipin Babu didn't beat about the bush. Listen, Chunni, I want to ask you something. You have a good memory and you have been seeing me off and on for a long time. Just throw your mind back and tell me, did I go to Ranchi in 58? So what does Chunni replies? 58. I must have been 58. Or was it 59? You are sure that I did go to Ranchi. Chunni's look of amazement was not unmixed with worry. D. You mean you have doubts about having gone at all? Did you go? Do you remember clearly? Chunni sat down on the sofa. Fixed Bipin Babu with a long hard stare and said, Bipin, have you taken to drugs or something? As far as I know, you had a clean record where such things were concerned. I know that old friends don't mean much to you, but at least you had a good memory. You can't really mean that you have forgotten about the Ranchi trip. Okay, so this was the reply by Chunilal. So what does he say? Bipin Babu rushed to the living room through the stairs and Chunni was about to leave, but on seeing Bipin Babu, he turned back in a ray of some hope. Okay, hoping that he might help him. So instead of going back instead of going round and round, Bipin Babu came straight to the point and asked Chunni in case he knew if Bipin Babu went to Ranchi in 58. Bipin Babu told him that Chunni must remember because he had a good memory and had been seeing Bipin Babu every now and then. Chunni was not sure if it was 58 or 59. Bipin Babu reconfirms with Chunilal that if he is sure that Bipin Babu went to Ranchi at all, this left Chunilal shocked and worried. He asked Bipin Babu if he was having doubts about having taken that trip to Ranchi at all. Bipin Babu asked him again if Chunni remembers about his trip to Ranchi clearly. On hearing this, Chunilal sat on the sofa and stared at Bipin Babu for a long time. He asked Bipin Babu if he had resorted to drugs or something of the sort. Chunni Lal mentions how Bipin Babu had a good memory and had a clear record of the events of his life in his mind. He further adds that he is well aware of how disconnected Bipin Babu is when it comes to old friends. But he could not believe that he had forgotten about such a significant event like his trip to Ranchi. Okay, I hope you are clear to this point. Okay, now we shall move to the next paragraph. Bipin Babu had to turn away from Chunni's incredulous stare. Do you remember what my last job was? Asked Chunni Lal. Of course, you worked in a travel agency. You remember that, and you don't remember that it was I who fixed up your railway booking for Ranchi. I went to the station to see you off. One of the fans in your compartment was not working. I got an electrician to fix it. Have you forgotten everything? Whatever is the matter with you? You don't look too well. You know? Bipin Babu sighed and shook his head. Okay, so what author is telling? Chunni Lal was staring at Bipin Babu since so long that Bipin Babu had to look away. Chunni continues to ask Bipin Babu if he remembers what Chunni's previous job was. Bipin Babu remembered and told him it was a travel agency. Chunni pointed out that he remembers what his last job was, but how could he forget that it was Chunni only who booked his railway tickets to Ranchi? Okay. He further adds that he even went to station to see him off. He even remembered minute details like one of the fans in Bipin Babu's compartment did not work properly and how he got an electrician to fix it. Chunni could not believe how Bipin Babu had forgotten about everything. He points out that Bipin Babu does not look in the best of his health and shape too. Emptying a sigh, Bipin Babu shook his head in agreement. Okay. I have been working too hard, he said at last. That must be the reason. Must see about consulting a specialist. Doubtless it was Bipin's condition which made Chunni Lal live without mentioning anything about a job. Paresh Chanda was a young physician with a pair of bright eyes and a sharp nose. He became thoughtful when he heard about Bipin Babu's symptoms. Look, Dr. Chanda, said Bipin Babu desperately, you must cure me of this horrible illness. I can't tell you how it's affecting my work. Okay. So what happened here? At last, Bipin Babu accepted that he had been working too much and that could be taking its toll on his memory. They agreed that he needed to see a specialist for his condition. Chunni Lal left without even mentioning about the job and the reason for which was Bipin Babu's condition undoubtedly. Bipin Babu finally visited a physician named Paresh Chanda. So the doctor's name here is Paresh Chanda. The young doctor had bright eyes and a sharp nose. In the sense, he was having sharp nose and bright eyes. He got into thinking upon hearing Bipin Babu's symptoms. Bipin Babu told the doctor of how badly and desperately he wanted to get rid of this illness. He termed his situation horrible. He further added that the ways it might be affecting his work had started bothering him. Okay. So I think you are clear with this point. We shall continue the class in the next session. Thank you. Have a nice day.